Angelica said, when she read what you'd done. She said, you married an Icarus, he has flown too close to the sun. You and your words obsessed with your legacy. Your sentences bordered on senseless, and you were paranoid in every paragraph. How they perceive you. Okay, hi! I'm Cherry and you've stumbled upon my channel, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my musical-a-thon TBR. Honestly, at this point, I'm just making TBRs for readathons because it's fun and I don't really have any intention of following them. But, as a musical theater nerd, do you really think I would let this readathon pass? Anyway, a quick note about the musical-a-thon readathon. It lasts throughout the whole of June, which is also, by the way, Pride Month. So it is a win for the gays. For this round, which is the third round, the admins have decided that we are doing Hamilton Act 1. First, however, I have a confession to make. As much fun as Hamilton is, I personally think Waitress should have won Best Musical back in 2016. I feel like I'm going to get burned at the stake for saying that because everyone and their mothers love Hamilton, but I said what I said. I'll be linking the musical-a-thon Twitter down below in case you want to join us. There are 4 teams and I will be on Team Eliza Schuyler Hamilton because number 1, I prefer the prompts on there. And number 2, I love Philippa Sue. I feel like I won't fail this readathon because I am gradually getting out of my reading slump, and I have actually started reading the books that I have on my TBR. So yes, let us now get on to the prompts. Most of the books on this list are sapphic because, like I said, it is Pride Month, save for one book which I just really want to read and will likely be the only non-queer book on this list, or the only non-queer book I will be reading throughout the month. The first prompt is A Winter's Ball. Read a book set in winter. And for that, I have Most Wonderful by Bryce Oakley. Truth be told, this prompt just gave me an excuse to read holiday romance in the middle of the year. Basically, in Most Wonderful, we follow polar opposites Emilia and Cody. Emilia is pretty much the Ebenezer Scrooge type, in which she really does not like the holiday season. Meanwhile, Cody loves literally every single holiday tradition. Cody takes it upon herself to change Emilia's mind about the holidays. Thus ensues a ton of holiday activities, which I absolutely love in holiday romances. The next prompt is Helpless, which is read a romance. And for that, I have The Other Women by Erin Zach. I already started this book last year and have still not finished it. It's one of I think the 7 books that I started last year and need to finish this year. It is the final book on that list and it is June. So I really need to finish this book before June ends so I can fulfill my 2021 resolutions of finishing the books I started and didn't finish last year. This is the last book on that god-forsaken list. So The Other Woman is about 3 women, Cecily, Willow, and Francesca. Cecily is playing it safe by being married to a man, but she's also seeing Willow on the side. Meanwhile, this other woman, Francesca, is in love with Willow, but Willow is still very much confused about her own feelings. Then Francesca and Cecily meet at a bar and are immediately drawn to each other. I can't explain that any better, but I think it's a love triangle and it sounds dramatic. And I am all for lesbian drama, so I am very much intrigued. The next prompt is Stay Alive, which is a friend pick. So for that, I have Girls of Storm and Shadow by Natasha Nyan. We are finally doing it, folks. I asked my best friend to pick a book, preferably something that is sapphic, and she said we should just finally actually read this one, and we are doing it. We have actually started it already. We're doing 4 chapters a day because we have a lot of shit we want to do. So we're just trying to squeeze in a few chapters of this book every day and then discuss how much Lay is being annoying. I feel like I've talked about this book so much on my channel already, but again, in summary, Girls of Paper and Fire is about Lei and the other paper girls who act as the king's concubine. Lei has a romance with another paper girl, so it's like a forbidden romance between concubines, but I can't spoil this book. You just really have to read the first book. I absolutely loved the first book and I urge you to read it. The next prompt is That Would Be Enough, which is a bargain book, and for that I have Boogie Woman by Jamie Gordon. Fun fact, this book is one of the very first sapphic books I added ever to my Goodreads shelf back when I first made an account years ago. My high school best friend surprisingly had a copy. When she told me, I started screaming. So she decided to just give it to me, and she still cannot believe the coincidence that I have been looking for this book forever. I consider this a bargain book because she gave it to me for free. But honestly, I feel so bad just taking this book from her without payment, so I offered to buy her food and drinks once the pandemic is over and we can all go out. Basically, Boogie Woman is about a young woman who falls in love with her female psychiatrist, so it's sapphic, like I said, and their friendship turns into a whirlwind love affair. Oddly enough, and it really is odd, it's being compared to Charles Dickens' Oliver Twist and Vladimir Nabokov's Lolita. That is such an interesting way to put it, and I am very much excited to see how that plays out. Finally, we have the prompt Dear Theodosia, which is to read a middle grade, and for that, I have Perfect by Natasha Friend. This is the only non-sapphic book in my June TBR, and I just really want to read this one. It seems like a good a time as any to actually read it, and I am in the mood for some mental health books. This is a middle grade, and according to Goodreads, this book is targeted to readers between the ages of 10 to 13. After the death of Isabel's father, her family only functioned well on the surface. Her mother became depressed and Isabel started overeating to the point of unhealthy binging. It was her little sister April who told their mother about Isabel's growing problem. Isabel is then sent to group therapy for her disordered eating habits. To her surprise, she sees the prettiest and most popular girl in class there. If you've been here for a while, then you know that I collect books about eating disorders, so I'm pretty excited to read a middle grade book that tackles that very subject. And those are the books I will be reading for the musical-a-thon. I actually have a few other books lined up. Like I said, they will be queer lit because it is Pride Month, but these are just the books that I will be reading for the readathon. I am slowly getting out of my slump and I am ready to actually tackle the physical books, the many physical books that I bought recently. My next video is actually, spoiler alert, a haul, so please do anticipate that. It is going to take us forever because I did buy a ton of books since the beginning of the year. I'm a little sad that I didn't get to join the musical-a-thon last year when they did Wicked, which is one of my all-time favorite musicals. And as some of you may know, earlier this year I did join the Rent Readathon, which is also fun. As a gay, show tunes just literally give me life. If you also love musicals as much as I do, please do comment down below which ones are your favorites, because I would love to have more theater nerds from the book community in my life. But that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Goodbye!